Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review of Love After Lockup Season 3, Episode 51, Not One to Mess With. Child, it should have been called an episode of Liars. That's what it should have been called. Foolishness. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you are back for a second or third time or a 51st time, then welcome back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Listen, you want to become a part of the opinionated family. We have fun over here. Okay, we speak our speech. We're a little bit shady, but it's all love. Now let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, Shawn and Sarah, child. So they go to spray paint Sarah, child. Or spray tan or whatever it's called. Spray paint, spray tan. So when she gets in there, the lady's like, what can I do for you? Ma'am, this is a tanning salon, is it not? Honey, she wants to be tanned. Child. So the lady takes her to the back and she's like, you can come too if you want to. That she was talking to Shawn. So y'all know he's excited, okay? So Sarah starts taking off all of her winter clothes and he's like, ooh, I didn't expect to see her body this way. Well, honey, neither did I. Especially that back shot that they showed of her. Okay, I was not expecting that. So she said, you know, the thing that I like about Shawn is that I feel comfortable around him. Do you, girl? Oh, no, ma'am, honey. Shawn creeps me all the way out. Do y'all hear me? So they start the tanning process, and then she tells Sarah to bend over and assume the position. Shawn, of course, y'all know he over there salivating. But we TV, okay, I'm speaking directly to you, honey, cameraman. Y'all a little bit too in these people's cracks and crevices, honey. I don't want to see what happens when Shawn is hitting it from behind. I don't want to know anything about that, okay? It's no reason for me to see that part of Sarah. I was not her cellmate, okay? So I don't need to get into it as I get into it with Sarah and her body. It's y'all a mess. So Shawn is over there looking like Casper. So she was like, do you want to get a tan? He's like, no. Honey, you need to get a tan. Sarah and her half naked body, they convinced him to get a tan. I was thinking, knowing Shawn, he probably ain't got no drawers on. It's just something about him that makes me think that he does not make wise choices. Honey, it's the dead of winter. It's snow outside. And a person like him probably going full on balls to the wall. Okay, that's all I could think of. Moving forward. Sarah said, well, you know, this is my first time seeing Shawn in his underwear. And yeah, he needs a tan. Child, I know you weren't expecting too much, honey. I hope not. So the lady comes in and she's like, okay, let's fill out this waiver. Date of birth, 1/24/74. I said, what now? Sarah said, what? He said, what do you mean? You know my birthday is January 24th. She said, yeah, but what's the year though? You're not 36, which is how old you told me you were. He's like, what? I don't remember that. Shawn, you lie so much, child, your lies got lies. Honey, it's a mess. She's like, you were hard on me for keeping secrets, but I had a good reason to keep a secret. This is not a secret, honey. This is a flat out lie, okay? A full on lie. But the bigger question is this. You looked at Shawn and you thought he was 36. Girl, what in the visually impaired is happening? It is no way on God's green earth that I am looking at Shawn and going, yeah, he's around my age. He's 36. Child, whatever. She's like, you know, I honest to goodness thought he was 36 years old. Well, child, it must be in dog years. How is he aging? So Shawn looks every bit of 45. And the whole time, the tan lady's just standing there looking. I'm like, not y'all fussing in front of this tan lady. This was a mess. So she's like, well, why would you lie about your age? This is what she's saying in the confessional. Honey, it's Shawn. Okay, have you met him? So then she said, is there anything else you want to tell me now or forever hold your peace? Like, this is the time to tell me. I'm not going to be mad if you tell me now. He's like, no, it's nothing else. That's it. I promise. It's nothing else. So she's like, go ahead and tell me, Shawn. Now you have the floor. Come on now. It's nothing. Okay. I mean, absolutely nothing. So then he looks at the producer and the camera, honey, probably hoping they didn't ask any other questions, and said nothing. The fact that he continues to lie about his kids and hide them, basura. Moving forward, Marcelino and Brittany, they go for drinks with Kanan and her dude. I don't trust Kanan as far as I can throw her, okay? Who forgets that they have a whole entire key, and I ain't gonna let that go. So she's lying, in my honest opinion, and Brittany and Marcelino taking in all the lies and whatnot. So they're talking about all of the red flags, but what I was upset about was all of this food just sitting here while y'all talked, okay? I'm a foodie. I do not like for my food to get cold at a restaurant, honey. Cold food cold, hot food hot. I mean, I don't want to sit here and have a conversation. We can talk while I eat, but I mean, I'm not just going to let my food sit here. Child, a mess. So Marcelino is asking why they put everything only in his name. Here go Kanan. He told me I couldn't be on there, and I really trusted him. He told me he worked for the Pentagon. I'm not sure if he worked for the Pentagon. Girl, that man ain't worked for no Pentagon. He can't even spell Pentagon. Okay? She claims she didn't bring up being on the account because he would think that she didn't trust him. Who cares? I don't trust you right now. It's not gonna stop you from getting on here and pretending like you forgot you had a key. Girl, goodbye. So they go to the restroom after it's all said and done, and Brittany starts getting more upset, and she decides she's going to go over to Robert's house or their house or whoever's house it is. But why? Okay, why? Didn't y'all get whatever? Like, I'm not understanding why you need to go over there and nuck if you buck now. So she comes out huffing and puffing and gone off the Grey Goose, ready to fight. Marcelino was like, Brittany, just calm down. Like, calm down. You can't just go over there. Marcelino, get in the truck, honey, and let's ride out. Child, talk about a delayed reaction. Moving forward. Amber and Puppy. Amber shows up at home with Sammy on the couch. Queen let him in, which is, her friend and her roommate. And he's upset because he's just been sitting there and waiting. She's like, well, you should have called me. I mean, yes, you should have called and said, girl, where are you? A text or something. So after she completely ignores him being upset, she asks him about the double date, right? Sammy is not feeling it at all, which Amber could not be more excited. Okay, anything to be around Puppy. But see, Amber trying to have a three-way relationship on the slick. She been over there talking to Nicole and Tia. Stan and Lisa. They're back with their white refrigerator. Stan's in his tidy whities, except they're gray. Honey, I almost threw up looking at Stan in his drawers. Child was looking at him. I said, what is happening? Stan is built like a baddie in the back. I said, look at that little rump roast on Stan. Child, I am done. And you can see his little print in the front. I was like, oh, yuck. Oh, my God. Listen, y'all. I almost threw up in my mouth. I'm like, not Stan with the little print in the front. Oh, no, ma'am. So Lisa is taking brown liquor straight to the head. And she's mad that Stan lied to a pastor's face. And he's been talking to that ex. Okay, so Lisa is making prison pie. Child, I don't know what it was. It's vanilla wafers with Pepsi and cream of wheat or whatever it was. It looked disgusting. It looked disgusting. I was like, oh my God, my stomach was really turning as she was sloshing his stuff around in that bowl. I was like, oh my God, this is so nasty. It looked like the mud pies that I used to make outside when I was a kid. You know how you would go outside, well, at least, honey, in the South. We would go outside with our friends and we would make mud pies. And I remember telling everybody, you want a big piece or a little piece? Child, you gotta love the 80s, honey. So she confronts him about lying in the church house, right? She's like, we met on an app where you pay for sex. Let me just tell y'all something. Lisa is actually lying, okay? I know that app and I know that site firsthand. My coworker, who became a really good friend of mine, she met her husband on Seeking Arrangement. It's a sugar daddy website. Like, I mean, do some people have sex with the people that they meet? Yes. But a lot of these men are wealthy older men looking for a younger woman. Some want companionship. Some want phone calls. Honey, all kinds of stuff. But Lisa making it sound like a transactional prostitution website. And it's not that. Okay, it's really not that. And honey, I took a little look-see, okay, when she first got on the app. And she was like, girl, I met this man. He's taking me to Paris. And he was really spending some big bucks on her. And I was like, oh, child, once they try to touch me, I'm going to throw up. So I ain't going to be able to do it. I need a Splenda daddy, honey. I don't want him to want no sugar, honey. It ain't going to be able to happen. So Stan is acting confused, saying he doesn't remember the site. Stan, you're a lie. Okay? I got to call you out just like I'm calling Lisa out. You specifically told us it was Seeking Arrangements. She's like, you paid me for sex before. He's like, no, I haven't. She's like, you're dumb, you're stupid, just cut the cameras because I'm about to get pissed. Lisa, do you want the both of you to get locked up for prostitution or not? Like, girl, what is wrong with you? And who in their right mind would agree on camera that they paid you for sex? Okay, just like I thought. So Stan is like, she's one step away from getting kicked out of here. Well, Stan, honey, you do it any other time, so go and put her out, child. He said, if you love someone, then you have sex, and then you give them $300. That isn't paying for sex. Well, honey, clearly he loved her. We all saw Lisa when she emerged from prison. Honey, yikes. Baby, the way she looked when she came out of the pen, honey, we could tell that Stan definitely loved her. Moving forward. So she's outside saying, he told me I had to have sex for 2 days to get my taxes paid on my car. Lisa, you just told him you wanted to get married. Y'all blackmail each other. If y'all are in a relationship, then you aren't being paid for sex. Every time you come in the house, you have your hand out for something else. A laptop. I need glasses. I need, some more hair. Like, you haven't asked for hair yet. So that's really the part that's pissing me off. You keep coming in the house, asking for everything, having full-on fights and fits, but you're not asking for new hair. So until you ask for new hair, I have nothing else for you. I said good day. Moving forward. So then she hops on the phone with Renata, which is the real reason why she's mad, okay? This is the real reason. She doesn't like Stan. She's drunk, and she wants to be with Renata and her boobies. Girl, that's just the bottom line. So she comes back in, and she's still pissed, y'all. So Stan is so confused, she cussing him out. And as she's cussing him out, he's eating this prison Thanksgiving dinner that she made. And he's like, what is this stuff? What is it made? But that's what we were trying to figure out. What is this stuff? Yet you're eating it. Child, they have it hard in their house with food. Stan ain't gonna buy no bacon. She making cream of wheat vanilla wafer pie. Honey, I don't know what it is, but we are going to have to get together and get them some groceries. Child, a fool. So she goes into her room because she's still mad. And Stan was like, I'm going to cut way down on the text. I know that. I learned that lesson. Yes, Stan, you never leave a paper trail. Honey, everybody knows that. Boy, get into it. Moving forward. Daonte and Nicole. Daonte goes to Taco Tuesday at Mama Deonte's house. Hey, Mama Deonte, girl. You look cute today. Over there making tacos and whatnot. So, of course, Daonte got to do some work, honey. You ain't going to come in and just stand around. So, get to cutting the lettuce. So, after he washes his hands and whatnot, she was like, so, what's going on with your love life? He's like, well, I went on a date. She had red hair and everything. You probably would like her. I'm sure she would. Okay? Anybody other than the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Barbie con artist that you usually date, I'm almost certain that she would have liked her. Then she starts asking about Nicole for what I am not sure. And he's like, yeah, she called. I answered. She said, and why? Honey, our sentiments exactly. We're trying to figure out why he answered as well. He said, she asked me about the three-way relationship. And, I told her that I would think about it. Stop the bus. Stop the bus. You told this woman you would think about a three-way relationship? She said, did I drop you as a baby? Had to. Because everything isn't clicking. I don't know if you didn't give him enough love. I'm not sure exactly what's happened, but it's all stemming back to you. So he was like, it's just nice to hear from her. She said, so she could ask you for a three-way relationship. That's why it was nice to hear from her. Yes, Mama, that's exactly why. So she's like, so what is the purpose of a three-way relationship? He gonna say, basically, Nicole is with Tia and I'm with Nicole and Tia. No, Daonte, honey, you are with Daonte and Nicole is with you, Tia, and your Chase checking account. Honey, that's exactly how that's going. So his mom said, well, why would you subject yourself to something like that? I know that's right. That's what everybody is asking, honey. It's got to be for this WeTV chick. Because I know in real life he can't be that crazy. She doesn't want him to have anything to do with Nicole. Don't call her. Don't look at her. Don't text her. No smoke signals. No Instagram DMs. No Twitter follows. None of that. She wants him to have nothing to do with her. So then she looks at Daonte and she goes, you need to grow a pair. Baby, somebody give Mama Daonte her own show. Child, this is a mess. But Daonte, let me say this to you. Your brother is watching you. Okay? And what kind of example are you setting for him? Child, you down bad. He keeps making the excuse that he has to protect Nicole from Tia. Daonte, who's going to protect you from Tia? Child is a fool. Amber and Puppy. They go on their double date and it's awkward AF and Puppy is introduced to Sammy. And I thought Eric was going to be the little weirdo, but it turns out it was Sammy. So Eric was doing pretty good and then he did a little confessional and he said that their friendship, it makes his antennas go up because he don't trust it too much. Like he's wondering like, is this a cover up? Not you, Puppy's beard, child. Puppy better not go back to Amber. Because, child, she didn't do nothing but leave her high and dry when she needed her the most. So they go to smoke a cigarette. And Sammy is like, where did they go? Where are they? He's looking all around. Child, ain't nobody going to run off into the sunset while y'all sitting here eating this food out of this bar. Child, and what is this place? Ugh. So then when they get back from smoking a cigarette, this random guy sends Amber a drink. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I immediately thought that the waitress got it confused. I really think the drink was for Puppy. But I mean, what I really truly think is production sent that drink to piss Sammy off. And it worked. Otherwise, this scene would have been boring. Okay? A complete snooze fest. So Sammy gets pissed on cue, just as production wanted. And so they start arguing back and forth. So Puppy and Eric, they just looking. Sammy gets up from the table and Amber goes behind him. But y'all, he done left her in the dust. Left her and her drink in the dust. Do y'all hear me? Moving forward. Shawn and Sarah. He's taking Sarah home. They're making small talk about her mom and whatnot. And she tells us about her life as a child with an abusive dad who was on drugs. So they start talking about her daughter and her relationship. So then Shawn goes, this was crazy to me. The audacity, the gumption, the unmitigated gall of Shawn to utter these words. I do feel like I would be a good stepdad to Abby, because I know what it is to be a dad. Shawn, you don't even take care of your own 6 kids. So then he tells her, well, one day I want to meet Abby if that's something you want to do. So then she's like, well, in a few days, I want you to meet her and my mom. Girl, why? So Sarah said all of her exes all did drugs, but Shawn is different. Yeah, he doesn't do drugs, but he acts like they do when your brain is on drugs. And he's a pathological liar. He ain't no better than the drug addicts. Child, this is a mess. So he drops her off at home with his car full of lies. Moving forward. Puppy and Amber. Amber calls Sammy to see why he left her, and he tells her that he was about to turn that bar out, so he decided to leave. Sammy will never hear from me again, okay? If you left me somewhere stranded, honey, that's it, that's all. And honey, they talking back and forth and back, but they ain't talking about nothing. Moving forward. Marcelino and Brittany. They show back up to the house drunk, tearing the screens off the windows, climbing all through. Robert is losing his mind, honey. He about to have a heart attack. He's trying to close the screen as they climbing through. He on the phone with the boys in blue, trying to tell 911 emergency that somebody's breaking in. So they're trying to get through this window. Whole time the camera crew recording, honey, all y'all going to jail. Keep messing around with Kanan and Brittany and them. So the cops show up and tells them the same thing as earlier. Brittany, this is a civil matter. Brittany is like, well, we can't take anything out, so I guess we'll see him in civil court. Honey, we knew this 6 hours ago before the margaritas. Child, I ain't got time to be dealing with them. And stop ending these episodes on Marcelino and Brittany. It really works my nerves. And child, that was the end of the episode. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Child, it was too many draws being shown, too many lies being said. Honey, and Lisa back with that bad hair and whatnot. Child, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.